It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden in Midtown Manhattan. Tonight, the New York Knicks taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Philadelphia controls the tap. Simmons to Embiid. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. Smith now into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Kevin Knox. Joel Embiid.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Wide open look, won't go.
They're bound to get on the scoreboard sooner or later if they keep getting open looks like that.
Richardson. That's out. Last touch by Josh Richardson. Smith to Gortat. Sixers have it.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. He gets it.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Smith. To Julius Randle. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Okay, that time it was effective, but a really good defender will put that in their memory bank.
To Embiid. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Joel Embiid trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Embiid's free throw good. A three-point play. The Sixers extend the lead. Possession lies with New York. To Kevin Knox. Nothing going here on that drive. Sizing up the defense. To Gortat. Has a chance. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
And finishes strong.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Smith. Here comes the screen. To Gortat. Yes, marching Gortat. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Marcin Gortat sends it away. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marcin Gortat. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Driving is Simmons, but a shot no good.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
New York in control of the basketball. Smith. Probing the defense. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Oh, Ben Simmons. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Sixers call for time as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Into the game for the Philadelphia 76ers.
And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. 56% for his career. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Hayden with the basketball. It's a one-point game, 13-12. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Simmons to the basket, but a shot.
Oh, he said that.
Knocked it away.
Oh, some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. Off the penetration, almost, but no good. Kevin Knox to Marcus Morris. Screen coming. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit. To Embiid. Passed it off. And he'll go to the foul line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First one goes down.
Subbing in for the New York Knicks, number 67, Taj Gibson.
Able to convert on both free throws. Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Hayden. The drive right to the basket. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Elfrid Payton at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Numbers not in his favor, 61% for his career. Free throw's good, a three-point play, and with that, they go up by 3. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Ben Simmons trying to cash in on a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Got it. New York Knicks basketball. Take stock of the floor. Smith to Marcus Morris. Short jumper won't go down. Shot from in close, no good. Taj Gibson above the rim.
The assist from number 5, Dennis Smith.
Ben Simmons. With that, he's 5 for 9. Long key from 3/4 court, 1/4 down. Scoreboard says it's all even. A good start to this one. All tied up as we start the second. The possession lies with New York. Payton to Julius Randle. For 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Taj Gibson rejects it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Big finish that time for Julius Randle.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand.
Listen up, fans. Tickets for the next home game are still available at the box office. Buy one or more tickets before the end of today's game, and you'll receive an exclusive discount.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Here's a chance from long range. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Here comes the screen. To Julius Randle. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Knicks with the basketball. Payton to Julius Randle. Now Horford. Huge block. And this will be out of bounds off of Embiid. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Payton has a look. Slams it home on the putback.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Simmons, deep right corner. Can't connect.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Got it.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Right down Broadway, 4-2.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Horford to Richardson for three. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for three.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Payton. Taj Gibson. New York with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. The shot by Payton won't fall. Into the front court comes Simmons. Trailing by 4. Richardson. Josh Richardson. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
To Payton. Joel Embiid with a piece.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short. To Taj Gibson. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
And he's fouled. Couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Ben Simmons, couple of free throws on the way. Hasn't missed yet. Off the mark on the first free throw. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Smith with it up top. The lead is 2. Screen coming. Smith to Gortat. Wide open look. Won't go. Here's Simmons with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Al Horford going to the line to shoot 2.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
First one, count it. Two for 2 on that trip. Smith into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Julius Randle. with the board. Turns and slams it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Smith with the basketball. Down just a couple. To Kevin Knox. Al Horford pins it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Smith. The screen sets him up for two.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
Simmons. Oh, if you're a fan, you love the will and the want. Trying to cash in. Shot by Smith off the mark. Simmons with it. All tied as we march towards halftime. That's out. Last touch by Al Horford. Substitution being made in this one.
Number 25, Reggie Bullock.
Smith now. It's Embiid with the rebound. Horford. That misses with 3 seconds left. So we head to intermission all tied up in what's been a tight one from the start. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Knicks don't have the advantage or the disadvantage after one half. And these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. Have a look at the leading scorers. The 76ers are all tied up on the scoreboard after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers.
Game track. Blocks.
Let's get to the point. We all know that first half of basketball was all about the block shots. Plays like that are all about timing and effort, as you can see in these highlights. There's some great athleticism being shown off as well.
Player of the half.
Simmons has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Possession lies with New York. To Dennis Smith Jr. Probing the defense. Has a look. Deep two there. Won't go. To Richardson. To Tobias Harris. Tough make through traffic.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Into the front court comes Smith. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Slam dunk.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Simmons driving, but a shot no good.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Ben Simmons snatching it out of the air.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Lets it fly from long range. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And he's going to the line to shoot.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
Josh Richardson has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 78% at the line. And he connects on the first free throw.
Oh, yeah, 2 points.
No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Smith now into the front court. His guys now down by a point. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Marcin Gortat with the block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Too much contact, and free throws coming.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots, shooting 80% in this contest. And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Smith with it up top. His guys now trailing by a point. Here comes the screen. Sixers have the basketball. Simmons. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Smith into the front court. His guys down 3. Nothing going here on that drive. He wants it at the rim and scores.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Almost. Unlucky bounce. To Julius Randle. Smith. Big finish that time for Julius Randle.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Simmons with it. They trail by 1. To Embiid. Joel Embiid. 4 out of 10.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
New York in control of the basketball. To Dennis Smith Jr. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Simmons to Embiid. Marcin Gortat swats it. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game.
Think you know everything about our team? Turn to page 15 in today's game program for the latest trivia question and submit your answer on the team website. One lucky winner will have a chance to receive $500 by making a half-court shot.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Substitutions, New York. Timeout, Philadelphia. Don't forget, fans, you can present your ticket stub at any participating Bondsville Burgers restaurant for a 10% discount on your meal. Bondsville Burgers, where the grill is magic.
Time to shuffle things up.
Substitutions, Philadelphia.
Simmons to Richardson. Julius Randle able to recover with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia.
Knicks foul to number 6.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Knocks down the first.
For the Knicks, number 5, Dennis Smith.
Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Smith with the basketball. Leads 4. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Mitchell Robinson sends it away.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Defense making the ball carrier work. Joel Embiid tips it. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. It'll stay New York basketball. Fires the 3. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Count the bucket for 2.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Here comes the screen. knocks it down off the step back.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Simmons, active hands to stay with it. We'll get a jump. After the tie-up, they're in position for the jump ball. Into the front court comes Smith. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. Dennis Smith Jr. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Mitchell Robinson sends it away. Oh, emphatic slam. The pass taken away. Desperation shot here from half court. Third quarter comes to an end with the Knicks enjoying a sizable lead. The Knicks to inbound here to start the fourth quarter. And this one, Jay, not totally in the win column yet, but with a double-digit lead, you have to like their chances.
I love when I start seeing fans exit the arena so early in this game, and I hear people say, this one should be in the bag. Well, guess what? It's never a guarantee. You have to be careful not to slow down the pace of the game and take the air out of the basketball. You have to put your foot on the gas and try to win this game with a sense of urgency.
Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Smith. To Kevin Knox. Nice pass to get things going.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Ben Simmons, a couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 77% so far in this one. Can't connect on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Smith now into the front court. His guys leading by 14. Randall. To Kevin Knox. Here comes the screen. Smith with a shot. It won't fall. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal. Out of bounds off Ben Simmons. The opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own. Hayden into the front court. They lead it by 14. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. To Payton.
Hey, watch this screen left. Cut it.
To Julius Randle. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
We're watching the clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
In a flash. Scores at the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Payton to Julius Randle. Lays it up and in.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
For the New York.
Kevin Knox at the line. First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Sixers control it. Whoa! What a finish! He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Payton. Curling inside. He connects off the step back.
And that footwork was absolutely off the charts. Just that space, splash.
Oh, big finish at the rim.
Huh, what a move. But the move never should have happened in the first place, especially if there's communication from the help side defender. You have to let that guy know which way he can force him defensively to where there's help.
Won't go. Al Horford rejects it. Payton.
And that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Philadelphia with the basketball to Richardson from long range. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. The follow won't go either. Payton with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. And stuffs it down.
That transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Payton into the front court. He'll run the offense. Here comes the screen. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Joel Embiid. Huge block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Simmons. Marcus Morris with a piece. On a pass stolen by the Knicks.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Now a steal by Philly.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Gets to the basket and scores.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Easy pass to the rim.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Simmons to Horford. Beyond the arc for three. Smooth part of his game. Al Horford drills the catch-and-shoot three.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Hayden. Knicks with 4 to shoot. Fires the three. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Coach of the Knicks signals for a timeout. High fives all around. This game is well in hand in the final minute. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. It's a victory for the Knicks as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
The Knicks put one in the win column with a solid performance. And the way they attacked the rim was outstanding. Not only is the dunk a high percentage shot, it's also a great way to test the confidence of the defense. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the New York Knicks. The 76ers didn't get the victory they wanted here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Second chance points.
The New York Knicks looked very impressive today, especially when it came to capitalizing on their own missed shots. The way they kept extending possessions wore out the D and earned them the win.
Player of the game.
Easy choice for player of the game. No one else made as big of an impact in this matchup.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at the upcoming games for the New York Knicks. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.